Hi, everyone. Welcome to Curated by Becta's Easter Meal Kit. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us be a part of a very special celebration for you at home. Whether you're celebrating Easter or just doing this as a special Saturday night in thing, we're excited, and we've got a terrific menu for you tonight. So let us get started. First thing, preheat your oven to 400 degrees, and then we're going to hit our lovely potato pave with some salt and pepper all over. I'm going to be doing both the appetizer and main course together. So in this case, hey Google, set a timer for 8 minutes.
Got it, 8 minutes. And that's starting now.
So at that point, I'm going to put the fish cakes in order to come out about the same time. The next thing we want to do is we want to season our beef. So we want to get our, in my case, cast iron pan, but any heavy bottom pan will do. Nice and hot, and we want to do 1 tablespoon of neutral oil per person. So 2 in my case, because I'm doing 2. And we're going to hit it with some salt and pepper all over. You want to get all the sides, not just the ones you're searing. You're basically going to sear only 2 sides, and you're going to butter bathe them. So whatever the 2 flattest sides are, that's the ones that you're going to be focused on. By the way, I've started enjoying the white wine pairing for this evening already. This is a beautiful white Rioja. It's actually one of my favorites, and I buy some from the restaurant almost any chance I get because I love it. Jordan describes it in some really interesting ways that we've included in your description, but for me, it's all about the minerality. There's a lot of citrus going on here too, but just that the mineral quality really comes out, and it's beautiful, and it's going to be great with the fish cake. Yes. Okay, so we're going to get that ready. We're going to turn on the hood fan so that we don't smoke the place out. That's very important. So once the pan gets hot, we're going to do about 45 seconds on each side, and then we're going to reduce the heat to low and melt 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per portion. And you're going to spoon the butter over one side of the beef for 30 seconds and roast the short rib in the preheated oven for 10 more minutes. So let's give it a little bit of time in order to get up and rolling. So for your appetizer, we have 2 different sauces that look similar. One is the buttermilk vinaigrette. That's the really soft one, the thin one. And then we have the remoulade. That's the thick one. Now, if we do our job right this week, we're going to put a red dot on the buttermilk one so you know. You don't need a mixing bowl because guess what? We have the container that the frisee salad came in. So just take the fish cakes out, and then you can give this a nice little stir. And the good news about frisee is that it's a very hearty lettuce. It's one of my favorites. And so it can stand a little bit of the buttermilk vinaigrette while you're waiting for the rest of the stuff to complete. So give it a little stir. It's already got salt and pepper in there. If you like a little extra, that's no problem. But I'm just going to put that on the side for the moment. We can get rid of this. And then let's see how we're doing on our beef. Once you start seeing a little smoke going on, one thing you can do is put some water in the pan, just a couple drops off your finger, and then you know it's ready. So 45 seconds on each side. Again, get the flat side down. Make sure some nice oil is on there. And we want this on high heat. And I think I can start warming up my pan. So for the vegetables, it's cooking for 5 minutes and then an additional 2 to 3 minutes with the butter. So why don't I go ahead and get this pan on medium-high heat so that we're almost there. It's a very easy meal to put together, I got to be honest with you. And dessert is going to stay in the fridge, but take the coulis out and take the graham cracker or graham crumbs out because you want those to be on the warmer side. But for the rest of it, the tarts themselves, they can just stay in the fridge. So you want a really nice crisp side. And as soon as I get that, that's when I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing to the other side. We also have our sauce espagnole that is just warming up on low heat throughout the whole thing. Just make sure to give it a stir every once in a while so that a crust doesn't form. That is very important. I might turn this down just a little bit because we need some extra time to finish the beef. Okay, so that has got a really nice crust on it. I mean, if you're super fancy and you want to crust all 4 sides, or 6 sides, in fact, because it's a square, go for it. But otherwise, 2 sides will do. And as soon as that 45 seconds is done, we're going to take 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter per portion. So 2 in my case. And if you've got a cast iron pan, then we want to make sure to grab a towel so you don't burn your hands. This is coming along nicely. Wow, this is a really easy menu. I know that I'm going to need 1 tablespoon of neutral oil per person for the veggies. So I'm going to put that in now while the pan is warming up. And I'm sure I've got a nice sear on that side. Great. So now I'm going to put it back to the other side, which is less hot. Throw the butter in, melt it down. This is where the hood fan really comes into play. Hey Google, how much time's left in the timer?
You've got 2 minutes and 2 seconds left.
And as soon as that happens, the fish cakes are going in. Okay, so the butter is basically melted down now, and so it's caramelized. We can basically turn the heat off at this point because the pan's got a lot of natural heat in it. And this is where we're going to baste. And the basting is going to make it super delicious and tender, nutty from the brown butter. Do this with any steak, by the way. It is such a great way to finish any steak or lamb or pork, really any meat. I do it with fish too, because who wouldn't want that delicious, caramelized, brown butter kind of quality? It's really what the restaurants do to set themselves apart. I can turn off the hood fan at this point because it's not searing anymore. All right, so I've done my basting. Now this can go in the oven, and it'll come out just before the fish cakes. That's going well. This is off. I love gas more than I love induction, so I'm going to put this on now and get our pan nice and hot for the veggies. Medium-high heat, I think. Oh, you know what? Didn't mention. I am going to add that to the recipe. All right. So if you're so inclined, you can take the Brussels sprouts and putting them flat side down, and that's going to caramelize them really nicely. And then you can sort of throw the mushrooms in around it. Hey Google, off. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get these fish cakes in so they warm up nicely. We got the potato pave there. Fish cakes on. Back in the oven. Thankfully, I left my small Brussels sprouts to the end. Okay, so they're all flat side down. You don't have to do this. You can just sort of throw them all in like I'm doing with the mushrooms. But I really like it when you get a little extra crisp on the flat side of the Brussels sprouts. And the mushrooms for that matter. Okay, so that's rolling. We don't need this. We don't need this. Why not clean up as we go? We have all this extra time, right? Have a little more wine. I love this stuff. Okay, so we could actually start working on dessert now. The tarts are going to come out of the shell at the end, but in the meantime, I want to see how the chef suggests we plate this. Drizzle a coulis, then top with cherries, and finally crumble. Yeah, you know what? Top with tart. I'm going to put the coulis on the bottom. So let me bring it over here so you can see it. So half in each. I really love these sort of pasta bowls for dessert because they really show off the dessert really well. There we go. So it's Tuesday night, the night before of the week leading up to Easter for me, filming this, and I just found out that the French language debate has been pushed because of the Montreal Canadiens game. How very Canadian! I thought that was awesome. That's good. Okay, now that this has gotten a little bit of nice sear, we can saute. And you can also put your salt and pepper in there because the salt will draw the moisture out, especially of the mushrooms. And then in a couple more minutes, we are going to add the butter and make it happen. Okay, so why not start plating our frisée salad. So the remoulade, I don't know how I got some salt and pepper on there from the beef. Divide the remoulade in two and do what I call the chef swoosh, where you drag it through. Just drag the back of a spoon through your remoulade or any sauce that's thick, and it makes it look really pretty. Got to divide this up because my son, who is on his way home from a very long and hard day at work, loves the remoulade. So do I. Don't forget to saute these things so they don't burn. And now the frisée salad can go down beside the remoulade. And the fish cakes will go on top. Make sure to get all that good buttermilk dressing underneath. All right. And you can just compost these things straight away because they've got food in them. No need to recycle for those. All right, so the mushrooms and the Brussels sprouts are looking good. Now's the time to add the butter. We're about 5 minutes in, and that'll give it a really nice coating. Medium-high heat. Don't forget to stir your sauce espagnole, the Spanish sauce. Well, now look at all the space I've got. I can tell you all about the red wine. This is one of my favorites, La Sabina. It's from Maury, which is right on the border of Spain and France. Blend of Cinsault and Mourvedre and Grenache. And it's just wonderful. Maury is usually known for their sweet red wines, kind of like the port of France. But these guys make a dry one, and we love it. Big, rich, but still some acidity to cut through the richness of the short rib. I'm just such a huge fan. Maybe a little bit more salt and pepper, because why not? My wife is actually in Toronto tonight, and she's missing out. She's got a little work commitment. And yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while. When's the last time? Let's see. Today is, this is Easter week, so the last time was Valentine's Day. And then we've got a few fun days coming up. So Mother's Day, Father's Day. I know Father's Day is going to be some ribs for sure. We'll see what the chef comes up with for Mother's Day. But I've got a special request as a dad myself to have some delicious Father's Day stuff. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer?
It looks like you don't have any timer set at the moment.
Haha, I forgot to set the 10-minute timer. Look at that. So I'm going to have to do this by feel. So we wanted 18 minutes total for the potatoes, and the beef was going to be 10 minutes, and it was going to come out just before the potatoes and the fish cake are done. So I'm going to just have to wing it. That's good. Probably needs another couple minutes. That guy is feeling wonderful. So as soon as my veggies are ready, then we're good to go. That's good. So why not? Let's go ahead and plate the dessert. Get that out of the way. Don't forget the tarts. Leave them in the fridge until you're ready to go. We can just drop this down and sprinkle your graham crumbs on top. You want to sort of break them up. And sprinkle around. You know what? I'm going to plate this one a little bit differently, where I'm just going around the outside so you can see the beautiful tart. As soon as you take a bite, you're going to be mixing them all in anyway. We'll give this one to my son who loves the extra graham crackers. Don't forget to stir that. I'll turn the oven off before I forget, because I always do. And I'm going to clean up the edges. Even have a little cherry coulis mark here. Let's get that done. So there's our first course, well, our last course. But the cherry cheesecake tart with the cherry coulis with brandy, not bourbon, because we're not doing bourbon these days because of our lovely tariff war with the States. That's looking great. Sauce, give it a stir. That's looking great. I think we are ready to go. So let's get a trivet out so I can plate this. Well, 2 trivets, in fact. Let's see how the chef likes to plate the main course. Potatoes just off center. Plate the veggies on the middle of the plate, and then top the beef on the veggies and drizzle sauce around. Let's do that. Here we go. Well, the bottom is a little more brown, so let's do that. Fish cakes are good to go. These are probably a little big for an appetizer, so we might scale that back a little bit. We don't want you to lose your appetite for the main course. Okay, veggies going down the center. My headphone falling out of my ear. There's a lot of veggies here. You're going to have some leftovers, by the way. And those little crispy Brussels sprout leaves, don't forget those. They are fabulous. Turn that off. And our beef. So you got all that wonderful caramelized butter. Do not let that go to waste. Give it a little stir in the pan. You got the crispy stuff on top. should have a spoon, but I can't remember. I got rid of it, I guess. A little bit of that brown butter. Toss that on the beef. Why not? It's delicious. And you can use the same spoon. Turn that guy off. For our beef and on the side. This is looking really good. All right, I need to clean anything up? No, we're looking pretty good. By the way, I didn't go ta-da on the fish cake with the remoulade and the frisee salad. And this is our beautiful braised beef short rib with potato pave, the roasted cremini mushrooms, and Brussels sprouts. I hope you love your meal. Thanks so much for ordering this week, and thanks for letting us do something to connect with you at home. We just passed 5 years of Curated by Becta. We're at about 40,000 fine dining meal kits at this point, and we're just so grateful for all of your support. I hope you love your meal, and thanks for ordering, and thanks for being a part of this. Happy Easter to you, everyone.